It's 11 p.m. on a Thursday in Athens, Ohio, which for a lot of Ohio University students means Thirsty Thursday. But for OU police officer Zach Hahn, it means the beginning of his shift.
People at this stage, it's kind of a teaching process as well, where, again, people are going to, make mistakes, and you can, try to help them instead of, maybe punish them for those mistakes. And compared to, working with the county, something it might be bad to say, but you're kind of working with some career criminals at that point.
Ohio University has a party school reputation which some students think they have to uphold. But for campus police, it means upholding order. The OUPD station operates 24 hours a day, 7 days a week, 365 days a year, just like any municipal police department. Some officers, like Hahn, are graduates of the university.
I always loved the area down here. There was a lot of pride in being a Bobcat. So, it was just, it was a perfect fit, and I saw it, and I just went for it.
Under state law, OUPD is a run-of-the-mill police department. Ohio Revised Code gives campus police the same powers and authority that are vested in a city or county police officer. This is a surprise to students who often view campus police officers as simply hired rent-a-cops who roam residence halls to bust people for weed and alcohol.
I guess since they're campus police, I don't think of them as like the normal cops that kill everybody, but now it is kind of scary to think about that.
At OU, the 30 sworn police officers were trained at the same police academies, hold the same peace officer training certificate, and carry the same weapons as Athens city officers or county sheriff's deputies. And they have the same authority off campus as they do on campus. Lieutenant Tim Ryan says it's annual training that keeps OUPD up to date on responding to emergencies at the school and surrounding areas.
We certainly do train a lot, and that's partly in the academy and partly when you come to Ohio University Police. We train yearly on use of force. We train yearly on our firearms and taser and less lethal weapons, and I would hope that continual training keeps us up to date.
These officers deal with the same kinds of crime that city or county cops handle. Calls to the station usually involve alcohol or drugs, most commonly weed.
I think that policing everywhere faces generally the same problems. I think the biggest difference for university policing is obviously a larger proportion of 18 to 22, 23-year-olds, but the problems are the same. Everyone has problems with alcohol, everyone has problems with drugs and that type of thing. Certainly we have younger and faster people.
OU is their first priority, but not their only priority. The city of Athens and OU's campus often intersect, making it important for the community's police departments to have a good working relationship, especially for Athens City Attorney Lisa Eliason.
Of course, they always work in cases. What happens with us is then we get a report. Mostly we see the fests, that they work together on the fests. So if somebody pleads not guilty, then we get a copy of the police report. And then, we see the witness list, and it might be somebody from OU, might be Athens police officers.
Which is why both departments have a mutual aid agreement. OUPD officers are also sworn in as reserve officers for the Athens Police Department, so there's no question of jurisdiction when a crime occurs.
Our university has property throughout the city, and as their officers are traversing city jurisdiction to reach university jurisdiction, if they were to come across a serious crime, but for that mutual aid agreement, they would lack the appropriate authorizations to take action as a police officer.
OUPD officers are out patrolling with Athens police regularly, but the cooperation is most visible for big OU events like Halloween and fest season, and that's when there's usually the most trouble. Looking at incident reports when officers had to use force while making arrests, there were multiple instances on Halloween weekend. In 2014, one of those happened on Mill Street when an officer had to take down an unruly guy who shut off a generator lighting Mill Street. There were 3 takedowns the next year at Halloween. 2 were off campus. These off-campus parties increase the need for cross-department partnerships.
Well, I think because we share so much jurisdiction and we share the same community, that us working together benefits everybody. If we were working, for example, the same criminals and the same crimes but didn't talk, I think that would have an adverse effect on the community because we wouldn't be able to share information. So when we're sharing information and we're working together to manage the fest and Halloween. I think that the community sees a more seamless approach to law enforcement.
Events like Fest, Halloween, and big athletic rivalries that bring lots of outsiders to town have caused campus police across the country to increase their ranks. The Federal Justice Bureau reports that 2/3 of universities around the country use fully sworn-in officers. 9 out of 10 of these officers can arrest and patrol off campus. But campus police insist they're here for more than arrests and tackles. An officer armed with a rifle patrols the Convocation Center whenever there's a big event. They also boast a canine unit. But their biggest concern, keeping students safe.
We're here to help. We don't want to be seen as the bad guys or be seen as the enemy, really. We all live normal lives outside of this. People don't need to be scared of the uniform or be scared of the badge. They need to realize that they can talk to us just like, they talk to their friends.